Morning everyone, how are you all? I think it's morning when I'm recording this, so welcome to today's video. So I'm in the man cave at the minute because it's still January and it's still very cold outside. It's maintenance wash day again, so I'm going to do two cars today, but in this video I'm just going to focus on my car. I will do a separate video for the wife's car. So as promised in the last video, I said I would look at the Supercharged Shampoo from Easy Car Care. So the plan today is we're going to we'll show you some shots of the car in a minute, because it's it's been 2 weeks since I washed it, because last week it snowed, so I didn't get around to doing anything last week. It seemed pretty pointless, to be fair. So car chem, we're going to look at some car chem stuff today as well. So I'm going to give it a blast with the citrus clean, see how it performs with that as a pre-wash. It is good stuff. Snow foam, as always, Arctic Meltdown. It'd be rude if I didn't use that, wouldn't it? I'm going to up the concentration on that today. I'm interested I normally use 200ml, but we'll go up to 300 and see if we get any thicker foam. Then as promised, we'll do the Supercharged Shampoo. I'll show you how I use that and the concentrations I use that I find useful for my car. And then we go into, as part of another video I'm going to do at some point, is Deflector. Why do I always keep saying that? Deflector Shield, Mark, get it right. So we're going to use the Deflector Shield. I've got a couple of snow foam lances, so we'll just chuck that in another one and we'll see how that goes, and we'll see how long that performs on the vehicle. So yeah, now we're not defecting anymore, we shall be down here. So we'll call that one quits here now. We'll pop outside, we'll get some little, I'll show you how bad the car is. Sorry for the wobbly of that camera there. I've kind of got my GoPro balanced on my motorbike, so it's a bit, there we go, that's a bit rocky. Right, let's go and have a look. We'll show you the car in its current state now, and then we'll crack on with it. So, see you in a second. Right, so wheels. Got the trusty bucket, rubbers, doing flops, and these detail brushes. This is my go-to mix for just cheap wheel cleaner. This is Built Hammer Surface HD. It's 1 part Surface HD to 9 parts water. This is the IK foam sprayer. I've had it a while now and it's a bit knackered. It doesn't foam particularly well, so what I've had to do is, no matter what I've done, I can't seem to repair it. So inside there's a little foam gauze. I've had to take that out because it just completely blocks it, but it's that gives it the real thick foam, if you've ever watched one of these in action before. So that's pretty much pumped up. Let's see if it still works. Leave that for a minute, and I'll go do the back one, leave it to 12. Let's get cleaning. This isn't particularly clean, so I'll probably have to go over and do this again once I've pressure washed it all off. I do like having these big open wheels. This design does make cleaning cars a bit easier. So as you can see, that's much whiter. That means my tyre's nice and clean. There we go, 3 more to go and then we'll crack on with some snow foam. But you don't need to watch me do the other 3, do you? Nah. Oh, right, so that's all 4 wheels clean. You have to take word for that. One thing I didn't mention is that what I tend to use is in my wash bucket for my wheels, I don't use a wheel soap. You can get dedicated wheel shampoos and wheel soaps. I just tend to use whatever I've got laying around, to be honest. It's a good way of using a whole product. If you're like me and you kind of buy stuff all the time, and you just used it and you've just got stuff that's just going to sort of like sit there for ages, just use it up in your wheels as a wheel shampoo. It works a treat. At the minute in my bucket, I didn't show you it, all that's in here is it's just some turtle wax wash and wax shampoo. It's an old bottle that I got out of my mum's garage many years ago, and I just use that. I just put a little splash of that in every time I do the wheels, and it just seems to work for me. So if you like me though, I'll do it again later on this year. I'll take the actual wheels off and then give them a good decon, and yeah, and then probably seal them this year. I didn't do it last year, but I'll probably do it this year. So yeah, just use whatever shampoo you got, guys. So yeah, so now we'll change the battery in the GoPro because it's going flat, and then we'll get the citrus out, we'll give that a spritz, and then we'll do the snow foam as well. See you in a second. Okay, right, next bit. So we're going to go for the Carchem citrus clean here. I haven't used this product yet, it's new to me. I have heard good things about it. I picked this up in their Black Friday deal, so we will go and have a little spritz on the car. Just going to do the lower quarter, and then I'm just going to cover it with the snow foam in a second, but I'll give this a couple of minutes just to dwell, just to give it time to bite in. You can dilute this down, I've got loads of this, but I'm just going to put it on neat, see what happens, as we all do. What's the point of instructions? We always ignore them, we always know better. Let's have a go. God, I've changed hands, it's making me arm go. Right, put that there. Right, that'll do for that. So we'll go and make up some snow foam now. So yeah, we'll use the Arctic Meltdown. I'm not gonna film it, so you're gonna have to trust me on this. So last time I did that, I put 200 ml in the bottom and filled it up with warm water. So this time what I think I'll do is I'm gonna go for 300. I just want to see if I can. It doesn't give you any panel impact ratio, it just says like an inch in the bottom. So it's pH neutral. What harm can it do? I want to see. I like trying. So yeah, it certainly isn't going to strip any more waxes because there isn't really much on there. So it won't hurt the paintwork. So we'll do that. So let's get on with it. Oh. Right. So we're all ready to go with the snow foam. So she's all mixed up. She's all ready to go. I've had a bit of a test. As you can see, my hedge. Yeah. Now it looks like it's bloody Christmas. To change the angle because yeah, I don't think you can see that very well, can you? 1 second, guys. Right, let's see if that's any better for you. fairly thick, isn't it? Right. Yeah. So, covered in snow, I reckon. Yeah, I like that, 300 mil. It's probably a bit of waste of product, but hey, looks good, doesn't it? Right. It's going to be one of these videos, isn't it? I can't remember what else to say now. Oh yeah, we'll leave that to dwell. I'll go fill up some buckets. I'm going to make a brew because it's sound like a cliche, but it's very cold out here again. It's bitter, it's biting. So we'll do that, and then we'll I'll talk about the the shampoo. See you in a minute. Right, so shampoo, measuring cup, priorities, supercharged. It says how to use: add 1 capful of supercharged to your wash bucket, fill with water, agitate with pressured water to unlock a luscious thick foam. Doesn't tell you how big your wash bucket is though, does it? So I've used this before, so I know. 1 capful. If you're like me, 15 litres, it's not quite enough. I don't think you can get away with it, and it does a job. But if you like suds, if you like the look at that when you're cleaning your car, and I do, then it's worth 1 capful in, of 15 litres isn't enough. So I haven't tried it, but today I'm going to do 2. So to give you an idea of how much 1 versus 2 is, because then later on when we do a recap we can look at a cost per wash. So if I spill it all over my okay, steady cookie. Right, so that's 1 capful. Oh, didn't spill much. So 1 capful is there or thereabouts 10 mil. And you can see that. Very professional outfit this is. So 2 capfuls. Oh, it's going to drop. Okay, it's not quite 10 mil. So it is, give or take, 18 mil, something like that. If I was doing this myself, now I know that, I'd just stick 20 mil in a bucket. Just so you know how much it's eating. Here's my bucket. No water in it. Chuck that in. Give that a bit of a rinse. Oh, right. There we go. It's not too bad, is it? So, watch. Right. Yep. Important. This is my smiley, happy face look. I seriously don't know what's wrong with me today. Right, 10 minutes. Wait for the car to go by. So that's after 10 minutes. You could see how much soap I put on that. So we've got the pressure washer. And we'll blast this off. So that's that sort of rinsed off. One thing I'm going to say off the bat, in case I forget later on, I'm not doing 300 ml of snow foam again. That was twice as hard to wash off as it normally is. Now, I don't know about the cleaning power because obviously I've got that citrus on it as well. So I think if I'm going to combine the citrus and the snow foam, I'm not going to use 300ml. I'll stick to my normal 200, because I could probably go over that again and I'd still get some out of the crevices. So yeah, top tip from me there is don't use 300ml. And also, I'm sorry if that was a bit, you looked at the gravel more than you did the car. It's the first time I've done that sort of video shooting, and I didn't turn the camera on the back. I've got a GoPro with Hero 4, an old Hero 4, with the camera that's on the back of the screen, and I forgot to switch it on all the time. So yeah, I'm conscious maybe some of that may have been looking at, well, not really the car cleaning. So yeah, soz. So right, well, the bucket's still foamed up, look, so we'll go on with the contact wash. And I'll set this up on the tripod. I might just do it by hand actually. Yeah, I'll change the screen on the back. I'll do it by hand, and yeah, hopefully you guys can see some of yeah, see how it works. Let's get on with it. Yeah, I don't really think that works doing it that way, does it? Let's go back to the tripod. So it's still got some suds to it, but it's not as suddy as some shampoos I'm using. It's rather slick though. It's quite good in that respect. Right, that's a car wash now. So we'll give it a rinse down, and then we'll look at this deflector shield. Yeah, I got it right. Hey, so I don't really. Do you need to see me wash car, rinse car down? Do you? Nah, of course not. Right, be back in a minute. Right, I know I said you don't need to see it being rinsed down, but it actually rinses off really, really well. This stuff. Pretty much pointless showing this, really, but. I'll bring camera on, hang on. Right, now you can see there is no, look at that water behaviour, absolutely nothing. So hopefully when I put the deflector shield on in a minute, that should drastically improve. I mean, look. Right, let's talk about deflector shield. The car's all nice and wet now, so we'll get this ready to go. I'll be back and forth like a yo-yo to the shed. It's right on the bottom of the garden. I wonder why someone thought I could help carry all my stuff back and forth for the sake of doing this. I wonder what I've just ordered. Anyway, let's get sidetracked. So, clean stone foam bottle, 100ml of product, cha-ching, 100ml water, cha-ching. Right, that's the water done. Got it right again. Trusty PA lamps, which I have just washed out. Right. Take that off. It's hardly a one-handed job this. Right. Let's see what happens. Ooh, right. Let's get the pro down. There we go. Hope you can see me. So, completely cover the vehicle, though it wants to go completely pressure rinse away. Let's get on with it then. Right. Yeah, that's a bit better, isn't it? Well, I think we can all say that that is a marked improvement. Right, initial impressions. I've never used this product before. This is the first time I've used it, and that is impressive. So that is my first time ever using a spray sealant of any description. I like that. I really do like that. So I'll switch the camera off now. I'm going to give it another proper rinse down just to make sure I've got everything. It's a bit difficult to do it while holding the GoPro, and then we'll give it a dry off, and then we'll have a look around it. So see you in a minute. Right, so car's all done, all dried off. Just waiting for the tyres to dry, then I can press them. Yeah, it's looking good. Stupid drips out the mirrors, which I always get, no matter how much I blast the water out. So yeah, stupidly impressed with that stuff. So the battery's about to die. Right, so there we go. So that's it. That's one clean car. Can move on to the wires now. It's took me forever this morning. So yeah, we'll charge the batteries because this one's dead as well. I need to get some more batteries with GoPro, and we'll do a bit of a recap about what I think. And yeah, certainly press that deflector shield. Deflector, Mark, deflector. One day I will get that right. Right, see indoors in a minute with a nice fresher brew, and a nice fresh brew, and once I've had a shower. So catch you in a minute, guys. Right guys, so I've had a shower, a bit more warmer. I'm back in the man cave to do this last bit. So let's go through the products. So I'm going to talk about Arctic Meltdown first. Their snow foam. So I made a few notes. It says an inch. Now an inch in my snow foam bowl is about 200ml. So, and that's what I've been using recently. So I thought I would up it to 300ml to see if it makes any difference. No, it doesn't is the answer. Not a bit. Not that I could really tell. Not from one week to the next. I kind of thought you'd see 50% more foam. You don't. It does mean though that it is a bit more of a sod to wash off. It kind of hung around a bit longer than it should do on the car. I had to go back, and yeah, you wouldn't necessarily pick that up on the video, but it did take a while to get that off the vehicle. So if you're going to use it, I'd just stick to that 200ml. The other thing I want to mention is that once I finished that, I then went on to the wife's car. Now the wife's car is a white Mercedes that hasn't been washed in I don't know how long. It's up to me to wash it, and I can't remember last time I washed it. She works from home, like a lot of us nowadays. You know, she's on the shielding, so she has to stay at home. So it hasn't been washed for absolutely ages. So I gave it a wash today. Now, it got a lot of road film on it. It had just been sat there for a while. It was a lot of dirt. So I slapped this on it while I went and did the wheels. Came back, pressure washed it off, and I'm not going to lie, it didn't do a damn thing. I couldn't tell if it had done anything, to be fair. It just didn't do nothing. I can say that because I bought this with my own money, so I'll tell you straight as it is if I think it's any good or not. I've been using it on my car, but because my car's black, once you get it wet, you don't really notice the dirt if it's coming off or not. Because I wash it every week, it's not really that dirty, if that kind of makes sense. And I let this dwell on my wife's car for a good 15 minutes, to be fair. It was getting to the point where I'm like, oh, I need to wash this off now. So I then went back out just to make sure I wasn't being stupid. I then went and got my all singing, all dancing, all favourite Built Hamber auto foam. I mixed that up at 4% PIR, chucked it all on it, left it for 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes, while I just filled the wash bucket up. Went to rinse it all off. So much better. You could see it pushing the dirt off as you were rinsing it away. I'm still going to use this because I still think it does something, but it's nowhere near as good as other products out there on the market. It's not as good as Built Hamber. I think I'll use this more in the summer, just to get dust off and light dirt rather than the normal road grime that it picks up. So yeah, that's what I'd say about that one. Not massive fan. So Supercharged, this is a good shampoo. There's no bones about it. I find it is a good shampoo. It's got the surfactants in it, so it does glide across the paintwork nicely. It's not the best I've got. I have got better. I've got better and cheaper in the same package, but it's a good shampoo. Cost per wash for this, it does work out quite cheap. So if you're going to use a cap, so previously when I've done this, 15 litres, put a cap full in, and you can see you don't get a lot of suds left by the end of it. It's kind of, there's not a lot there, and I like suds. I'm not going to lie, I do like suds. So today I used 2 capfuls, and it didn't really make any difference. Not that I could see, which I'm quite surprised about. So if you're going to use it, just stick with the 1 capful. You don't need, I mean, I use 15 litres, but there's always a good 4, 5, 6, 7 litres left in the bucket when I finish. So if you want to cut that down, I would probably just half of the bucket. So look at 12 litres, 13 litres, and then a capful is going to be fine. At the minute, because obviously these guys always have a sale on. If you buy this when it isn't on a sale, this 500ml bottle will cost you a tenner. But because you're only using a capful, which is about 10 millilitres, you're going to get 50 washes out of that. So if you wash your car once a week, that's nearly a year for a tenner. That is 9p a wash. 9p a wash. Is it 9p a wash? Did I work it as 9p a wash? No, I lied. It's 20p a wash. 20p a wash. If you get it when they do their half price sales, it's obviously 10p a wash. If you buy it in the 5 litres, at the minute at 45 quid, that's where it nets down to 9p a wash. And if you can get it on their obviously half price sale, that's 4.5p a wash for 5 litres. That's okay. I use my favourite is Carchem 1900 to 1. It's better than this in every way, but only just. So it gives you lots more suds. It's far more slippery. I think it's got better cleaning power, so I don't think that can be argued. And it's fractionally cheaper. Now my Carchem I got that, they do a Black Friday sale, and it's ridiculously cheap. So their 5 litre of their 1900 to 1 shampoo at the minute is £32.99. I paid £12 for it. That nets down to 2.4p a wash. That's just crazy. But you're getting 500 washes at that 10 millilitre. You use the same amount that you would do with this that you do with Carchem. 500 washes. That's 9.6 years of shampoo if you just use it once a week. Get your head around that. That's just stupid. But I'll do a review on that. I won't do a review. I'll show you. Don't need to do a review because we all know it is a good shampoo. I'll do a video on it just to show you how much better it is than I think it's better than the Super Suds. Supercharged, not super sauce. And lastly, because I think I'm rambling a bit, Deflector Shield. Think about that. Let's put my brain in. That video that you've just seen was me using this for the very, very, very first time, and so impressed so far. It's easy to use. You can see where it's been. Dead easy to rinse off, and it may dry in the car a breeze. And it's obviously got that protection on it. How long it will last, time will tell. I'll do a recap video on that at some point when I've given that time to wear off. As a comparison, I've also, when I washed my wife's car, I did exactly the same. I chucked some Deflector Shield on it as well. So it will be interesting, because her car won't go anywhere now. It will get the odd run to the shop when I take it, just to keep it ticking over. But my car is obviously my daily driver, so I do 20 mile to work, 20 mile back every day. So it will be interesting to see how one compares to the other, with you sitting on the drive, not really going anywhere, and just with the birds crapping on it. So that's it, guys. So that was the 3 products. Now I'm pretty sure this is going to turn out to be quite a longish video, because this last rambling has just been 8 minutes now. So thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me all this long, quite frankly, because yeah, I do like the sound of my own voice at times, but I do appreciate you sticking here. As always, if you've got any questions, any comments, please leave them below. If you haven't done, if you just stumbled across this, please think about hitting the subscribe button or giving it a like. It all, every time I get another subscriber, it's always gives me the encouragement just to, I'll keep this going a bit longer and kind of see where it goes. So once again, thanks guys. Really appreciate you sticking around, like I say, and look after yourselves, and we'll see you on the next one.